2, and we're live.
I'm sorry, I'm eating an apple. What'd you expect after that last segment,
That's
huh?
good.
I'm here with Jason Banks. You gotta give me just a second. Give me a second.
Take your time.
Sorry, that was very rude. But if you want an apple, come on down. We're at Sycamore Crossing here in downtown Blue Ridge. It's a party. We're going to be doing our Humane Society of Blue Ridge segment right after our sports segment here. We've had people here. Messrs. Orchard just left. We've talked about City Council. We had Ask the Doc. And now it's time Team FYNTVSports, because what is it? It is Fetch Football Friday. And I have with me now in the studio, this is a nice studio, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
The director of Team FYNTVSports, Jason Banks. Jason, how you doing?
Great.
High school football Friday night, crisp mountain air. Can you beat it?
It's awesome.
There's
nothing like it.
Nothing like being on that sideline.
It's the best seat. We don't sit down, for 4 hours, but it's the best spot to be.
Well, I know it when I get to the car and head home. I'm like, whoa, that was a long night, but the adrenaline of that game, I don't think nothing of it. Let's go around a little bit tonight. Let's go around a couple of the games. And Jason, I want you to go over a couple of the matchups. Union County's the Union County Panthers coming off a pretty tough loss to Greater Atlanta Christian, coming off a pretty tough loss, and they're headed over to take on the East Hall Vikings, which the lowest score on the board for the East Hall Vikings is 42.
Right.
Out of 5 games now.
Right.
All right, so they put points on the board. We do know the Union Panthers quarterback Cole Wright will not be starting tonight.
Right.
And a couple other guys were banged up a little bit last week. So what do you make of that matchup?
I expect that East Hall will take advantage of the injuries. I think Union is a pretty good football team, and they'll hang in there, but East Hall, they're probably going to finish second in the region.
Well, the thing with Brian Allison, the head coach up there, he does a good job of getting the next level to step up. He has a next level now. Obviously, they're not the starters and they're not maybe the seniors, but he does get them playing time. So when they have to step up, they're not so fresh that they don't have any playing time.
Sure, I would expect that they're going to be ready, as ready as they can be. And those guys that they've seen some time on the field, but they're going to be amped up because they're coming off a loss, and they're not going to want to lose 2 in a row. But East Hall is just so good. It's going to be a good game no matter what.
Folks, that background noise, it's a party here. You want to come down and say hello. Apples, donut holes, cider. Next matchup. Let's just stay with GAC. I don't know what to say. They're coming up tonight. Your Fan and Rebels, 7:30, right over here, home game. We're going to have GAC traveling from Norcross up here, Greater Atlanta Christian. What do you make of this matchup?
I expect that the coaches here at Fannin County are going to be getting their guys as amped up and pumped up for the game as they possibly can. I think the Rebels are going to come out swinging. They'll probably be real aggressive, especially on defense, but from what we've seen of Greater Atlanta Christian, one of the best schools in the state, possibly the best school in the state as far as football goes.
We talked about that the other night with Coach Pavo. You remember you brought up there's only one team. It was somewhere out west that beat these guys.
Valor Christian in Colorado, the top football program in the state of Colorado over all classifications. Right, they beat them by 4.
Right.
So it's no joke. These
Greater Atlanta Christian D1 players, running back already committed to Clemson, and
yep. They're good.
What does Fannin do? Because there's a lot of football to play in the region left. So what do they do? Just protect themselves for 4 quarters? I don't want to make it out there, folks, that you Fannin Rebel fans that you don't stand a chance. That's not right. I would never say that. But you know what I'm saying. You got to be real with who's coming to town.
We would love to be wrong on this one.
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah.
If it's possible. The coaches have probably watched more game film Greater Atlanta Christian than any of the other games prior to tonight. So I would expect they're going to be as prepared as they possibly can be, and we've got good athletes here.
Let's go to one more matchup tonight, going down 5-15, and I'm going to take the lead on this if you don't mind. Please. We have Gilmer Bobcats are headed down to take on the Pickens Dragons. We know the Bobcats are 0-5. We know they're at a total rebuilding. That's it, total rebuilding. this year, the program. 0-5, going down to Pickens. Pickens is a solid, strong team.
Right.
120 kids on the sideline. Gilmer's got 43. But the one thing about it is, it's such a rivalry. It's one of the #1 rivalries in the state of Georgia, one of the hottest, and it's such a rivalry. Even if you're 0-5, you're still playing with passion.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
An upset is possible. You know, it's always possible. That's why they play the game, right? They don't just forfeit. I would say, like, personally, I would challenge anyone that goes to Gilmer High School that has thought about playing football to go out for football next year, right? Because he needs athletes. But as far as just talking about tonight goes, it's David and Goliath out there, man. I mean,
yeah,
it's David and Goliath.
We've got a couple. Now the last one, I'm going to head over tonight, folks. I'm going to head over to Andrews and watch the Murphy Bulldogs play Andrews over there, and it's a backyard brawl. They're 10 miles apart, and it's a backyard brawl. Andrews, Cherokee County, North Carolina, and the Murphy Bulldogs. But I don't see Andrews being much of a competition for the Bulldogs tonight.
Say probably give up 50.
Right.
Yeah, Murphy gonna run right all over him, and Andrews, you know, they actually played Fannin pretty well, despite not scoring. And they lost it here, I think 26-0. But no, Murphy's they'll win that one.
Anything in the sporting world in football that you're paying attention to on the high school side? That
you know, naturally we pay most attention to local here. I have a special interest in Region 7, 3A, you know, but we also look at some of the 4A schools too. So just basically the games that we talked about. I think Dawson County is going to be a team to kind of keep an eye on in the region too. It'll be interesting to see.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it'll be a great game. And I mean, personally, I like being wrong whenever I pick my teams.
Dawson, folks, Dawson County's playing their first region game at home against North Hall.
Right, against North Hall, and Dawson barely lost to White County, good 4A school. 45-42
or something like that.
Yep, that's right. So I'm looking forward to seeing Dawson play Fannin and Union later this season. But
I think the Dawson matchup tonight, and I think this region is really starting to get moving. On the 4A side, in that I think it's Quad A Region 6.
Right.
Ridgeland, folks. Ridgeland, I was shocked last week. I know they have a team. I know Coach Shankersley has the team. But I was a little shocked last week that they took on Northwest Whitfield, which has some solid D1 players already committed, and rolled over them, I think, 47-7 or something like that.
Yeah, 5-0 now. I mean, who's going to beat them?
Right.
You know?
They're the team to beat.
Yeah.
Jason, I appreciate you stopping by. We're having a party. This is Jason Banks, Team FYN Sports. It is Fetch Football Friday. That means tonight, follow us on Twitter at Team FYN Sports for all of your sideline update coverages. Jason, myself, RJ, Kirsten up there in Union will all be out tweeting tonight on what's going on. And also, if you would like to be a part of Team FYN Sports, we are looking for sideline reporters. We're looking for reporters that can do softball, upcoming basketball, a little bit of everything, right?
Right.
So if you are looking to be a reporter in sports, Jason would like to work with you now, right?
That's right, yeah.
Right? Looking for people.
Yep.
Get in touch with us, info at FetchYourNews.com, and tell us you're interested in being a sports reporter and working with Jason right here, the director of Team FYN Sports. Thanks a lot. You ready for tonight?
Ready.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll be right back, and yes, it's time. We're going to try to get these mutts together. Well, I don't mean the people, okay? We're going to try to get our mutts all together in a line, and we're going to line them up and try to talk to all of them. Humane Society of Blue Ridge right after this.